Alrighty, folks. It's Sunday night. It's what? A little after 8:30, 8:35. I wasn't going to play. I'm taking things for pain because I've got issues. But I was watching football replay stuff, and guitar's sitting here. So I switched from that after finding out what all the scores were for the day, and started watching Counting Cars. It's one of my favorite shows, where they modify and they hot rod and restore, old cars they buy, and then they fix them up and sell them for as much as they can get. But I was just sitting here looking over at the guitar, and I don't feel like really playing. But I picked it up and just started going. And I'm like, well, why not do a lesson on, this is half step down and then drop C sharp. It sucks not having to have that core, fire, and the nerve, the proper nerve signals to, I don't have that anymore. Due to health issues, nerves being attacked, and all these kind of things. I don't want to get into it, but the mind, thank God, is still the idea stuff. So this will be about dyad stuff. So even though this is a drop down a half step with a drop C sharp, kind of a drop D, that's all tuned down. I wanted to share something that I used to do when I was feeling better, with dyad chords, I call them. I don't know what they're really called. And that would be taken, and again, I always talk about, I'll tune this up. No, I won't. I won't need it. Where I would take your do, re, mi. Yeah, I do have to demonstrate this. Close enough. Your basic do, re, mi, and every key is the same. All right, so let's say we take C. That's still not right sounding. A little bit better. I haven't checked this, it's been sitting there. Your basic do, re, mi, you would have, let's say we do A major. You always, in any key you start in, your major chord, then it'll be a minor and a minor. So in this case it would be a B minor, a C sharp minor, then a major, D, and then E, and then your natural minor in A is F sharp, and then a diminish. Which in this case would be G sharp. What I would do with those, and I do it in any key, but I like to do it in an open key. Take your A major and just drum that A, and then you've got your dyad there. So it's kind of a triad when you include the droning A. And we'll go this way first. No, what would I want to do? Now I went out out of key with that G bar. Alright, so my point being, I would take those diads and just listen to what they sound like. Imagine the minor chord and the minor chord and the major, but just the dyad of it here. Keep the A open. There's tons of things available when you play them and you learn them and listen to what they sound like, you know. I'm not creating anything right now, but my point being, there's all kinds of cool things in those dyads. Now I also would toy around with the A minor, okay, which is just simply C major. So you imagine a C chord and go backwards, and the same thing, behind it would be a diminished, but the dyad would be the same as a minor, just these two notes. And your A minor, these two. Then in C, you'd have a G major and an F major, right? If you went this way, your 4 and your 5 chord would be a major. So you play the G shape and the F shape, and listen what you got with the A minor. So you could listen to what they sound like, learn them, right? You only want to be playing these three. You can include the others if you want. You know, go as far as you want. You can go all the way to the C. And then start toying with finding something, a combination with them you can create, you know. So let's see. Wait a minute. So I have a lot of creative things that I've recorded the ideas with. I'm not going to play what I've finished creating, but I'll play you little snippets of ideas of it because I don't want to give away. I got a lot of cool stuff. So whoops, sorry. So just those kind of things. There's a lot of creativity to be found in this thing. And then when you learn your diatonic and your pentatonics, you know, then so you take these, just your basic do, re, mi, and find all kinds of things in them. You can play off of these two strings with it. Just take your C. I got stuff that I've written that's recorded that's, I won't play the actual thing. Oh, I forgot I got this. No, this ain't D-tune. I tuned it back up. You got a C chord right here. Sounds like it's an alternate tuning of some kind, but it's not. And you can add that in if you want that dissonant sound. And that major 7 stuff. There's all kinds of things in simple places, I think, is my point with doing this little video off the cuff, you know. So you got a D minor right here. That's out of the, I'm using that in the context as a D natural minor comes from F major, natural minor scale. But the D minor chords, or any chord, shows up in many different keys. That chord shows up in it. In this case, if I was using a D minor out of C, it would be Dorian mode. All these things, when you come up with a chord progression, however you do it, my whole point always when I do a lesson is learn your do, re, mi in a key. I mean the whole thing on the whole fretboard. I'm just playing, that stuff was all out of C major. So if you started at E, remember I'm tuned down a half step. So there's an E in C. It's your 3rd note of C major, so you can start here. You learn all your scale blocks in a key. C would be a good key to learn, and it's all whole notes. Then you'd start with the F, because in C you got an F, G, an A, a B, and a C. B, there's a B in there, which would be a diminished. If I wanted to play E, Phrygian mode would be the mode from the key of C major. I would just play all the scale blocks of C major, but lean towards that E note, or the B note, which is also in C. Reminder. Now there's where I get that dyad thing. That's where some of my created ideas. But just from learning the do, re, mi, just learn it on the whole fretboard, do, re, in a key. And you got all these just piles of things that you'll hear from learning them. That you go, oh, this is cool, and I can play this with it, and it'll definitely fit, you know. And you can go outside of all that. Obviously, with anything, you don't have to be in that box per se, but I don't know any guitar player around here, maybe a couple, that even know the do, re, mi enough to create, because you could create till the day you die just knowing that, and never get it all. Anyways, it's just off the cuff thing. I just felt like doing something, sharing a little knowledge, that's all.